So you are tired of planning. You planned, and it is high time you feel like, as in you feel like the time is now. Of course, the time is now. There is no perfect timing. There is no perfect timing. How to start, when to start. It is easily to learn when hands on. It's high time to start, but how to start? Just wake up one day and decide and say, now it is time. I'm going into poultry. I'm going into poultry farming. But what are you going to do in poultry? As I always tell you that here in our homestead, we have game fowls, we have turkeys, we have chicken. Basically, those are poultry farming. But you can choose and say, no, me, I'm dealing in chicken, me, I'm dealing in turkeys, me, I'm dealing in ducks, me, I'm dealing in game fowls. But today we're going to talk about basically chicken, as in local chicken. When I talk of local chicken or indigenous chicken, indigenous birds, they are indigenous birds, as in that excuse me, that chicken in your area, that chicken you see outside in your area, where it doesn't matter where you are residing from. For example, here in Uganda, I'm staying in central Uganda. That chicken around in central Uganda is the chicken. But there are those who are in Soroti. There is those who are in Soroti, that local chicken which is roaming, loitering around your area, as that is the chicken we are talking about. Remember, yes, so these days there is what we call, they are a bit improved, they are a bit polished, I would say. If you look at a shoe when it is dirty, you can easily polish it after cleaning it and polish it. This time we're talking about improved indigenous chicken. First of all, when we are looking at free range system, as in free range chicken, as in that chicken, you only have to provide a shelter. In the morning, open the door and let the chicken feed, as in let the chicken look for their own food. You only have to give a few supplements around the area. But what you can do, there are so many options. For example, if you are looking at it in the commercial ways, you cannot just open up and leave the chicken to look for its own food. No. That's where you come in and say, I'm going to do what? To do some polishing. How are you going to do some polishing? There are those who decide and say, you know what, my chickens are going to stay indoors. That's if they don't have space. Specifically, you have to look for the food. When it comes to indigenous chicken or in the local chicken, it can eat anything you provide as long as it is eatable. In that way, you can save and save. So what you are going to do, either to grow vegetables, the world is changing. When the world whereby that you cannot, long ago, years back, you could go look around for the feeds, but nowadays it is so difficult. That means you can grow your own vegetables. For example, sukuma wiki. The sukuma wiki you don't need to do much with sukuma wiki. Go to anywhere you need. For example, go to where they sell those crops. You say that I want a sacket of sukuma wiki. It is only 2,000 Ugandan shillings, and it can provide you it can provide you as in 50 feet by 100 feet. Plant. If you don't have land, plant in containers, plant in sacks everywhere. That when your chicken reach 1 month and above, try to supplement every time, try to add. You see, those in Uganda we eat bananas, as in matoke is our staple food. After harvesting your matoke, prepare the feeds, as in, prepare the feeds, especially when we maintaining matoke so that it will give us high yields, we remove those small babies. Get those small babies, cut into them in pieces, as in supplement them with your chicks. So how to succeed when it comes to poultry, as in local birds? First of all, they are resistant to diseases. Those things of treating Newcastle, of treating wake up in the morning, get your aloe vera, put it into water, and say this is what they are going to have as water today. Make sure that they have taken them. Get chili, small chili, not this one which is improved or modernized. As in chili, that small chili, organic chili, bring it, smash it, and give it to your chicken. As in, do it, not overdo it and say that because it's, as in, like for example, you can get that chili and eat it. You cannot eat like 5, put it in the sauce, like 10, you put only 1. So you put according to the amount of the birds you have. And then there is garlic everywhere. You can even boil the herbs. We have so many herbs, and here on our farm we always boil those herbs and we give them to our birds, every bird, and every week we do that. So when I talk of local poultry, as it is something which is so amazing. The indigenous birds, they are also having types, as in those who can choose to do dual purpose birds. There are croilers, there is sasso, there is curry, but choose accordingly. Like us here, we chose indigenous birds because we are doing it for our homestead, for us as well as other people. We're choosing what to invest into poultry. First, sit and see what can you manage as you a person. Go to the farms, get much information as you want, as in go and get the information. Some of the farms provide this information at a very low cost. Others, there are so many seminars which are going on there. Gather lots of information. After gathering all the information, that doesn't mean that is the information you have to follow. Yes, follow. Go to your farm, start, learn your birds, that my birds behave, that at this time, my birds, when they behave like this, they need this. Understand your birds. What can work for me at my farm cannot work for you at your farm sometimes, but we keep on borrowing ideas and introducing them to our birds and see can they adopt this or no. So it's high time. Stop planning and start now. Start with any you can start. I would say you would start with 50 would make some sense. 50 birds would make some sense. 100 would make some sense. 200, I would say to start small. Why small is better? Because this is your first time. Being a first time farmer is not easy. So being a first time farmer, it's better to make mistakes when you have 100 birds, when you have 100 chickens, rather than to make mistakes and make losses when you have, let's say, 1,000 birds. There is no way how you can, I always say small is better. That's why we are concentrating on 1 acre of land and we can have everything. Utilize that what you have and start now. There is no right time. There is no right time, and you could easily learn when you are hands on. So thank you very much for watching. As I said, stop planning. It is high time to start now. See you again in the next video. If it's your first time to be here, may please consider subscribing. Here we talk about farm. As Nibu farm, we talk about farm, agro, as well as local poultry and the flowers, everything in that category. And by the way, we have all, as in everything you see here, we also sell it. Ciao, see you in the next video.